Most of you guys have told me school is gonna be out soon and you have a whole summer ahead of you. I cannot wait for that. So I thought what better time to do an outdoor activities video. And I'm also gonna tell you about a giveaway that we have sponsored by Goliath Games. Hey you guys, it's Christina from the Purple Alphabet. I have a whole bunch of ideas and things you can do outdoors with your kids. I've actually already done a couple of these videos, so I'm gonna link all those down below in the description box so you can go check it out after you watch this video to get even more ideas. And a lot of those videos had dollar ideas in them too. There's also a giveaway in this video and I'll have all of those details at the very end. So let's get started with idea number 1. In this video, I'm going to show you activities for all age ranges because I know that's really important when you have multiple kids. This first one is from the dollar store. You need to find these rainbow frisbees. They are amazing, $1 each, and they're actually name brand. I think they're from Whammo. They did have some stickers on the bottom, which I had some trouble with. If you saw my Instagram stories, it was quite the dilemma. So some of the stickers are still on them, but that's okay for our purposes. I'm going to spread them around the yard in any arrangement that you want. And I'm going to take some bean bags. Now these bean bags I've had for a long time, and I like them because they come in rainbow colors. If you're looking for bean bags, I'm going to put these down below in my description box, because I like how they say the color name on one side, and these are going to last you a long time. These are absolutely great. This is a simple beanbag color match toss where you try to match up the colors. This is perfect for toddlers. This is perfect for preschoolers learning the colors and also trying to aim to actually get the beanbag on the frisbee. A very simple activity. You can do it in multiple different ways. You can assign points per color. You can move them around. You can rearrange them. You can walk to them instead of tossing them. You can go farther back to toss them, and you can have a lot of variations. I also have it set up here in rainbow order where you can assign larger points for the ones that are farther away, or even who can get them all. It actually looks easy, but my almost 8-year-old and 9-year-old are doing this, and as you can see, it's still a challenge. So you can make it as easy or as difficult as you would like, and it's a lot of fun. I wanted to level up on this one, so I brought out our bunch of balloons. We got these in our Easter baskets, and I thought they would be amazing for this, especially since we're doing outdoor play. Bunch of balloons comes in all the colors that we're using and then some. So all you need to do is attach it to a hose, and it's going to fill up all of these water balloons at one time, and it makes it so much easier than filling them up individually. Once you have them all filled up, it's good to know that the pieces are recyclable, and it tells you all that information on the back of the package. So if that's a concern, then you can definitely check that out and make sure you get them recycled. As you can see, I'm filling them up here, and it takes absolutely no time. When they're filled up, they just pop right off of the sticks and you have instant water balloons. Then they took turns picking out their colors. You can do this as a color match as well if you wish, or you could just have it hitting the targets on the frisbees. The targets make it really nice because if you have a child who doesn't want to get wet, they have something to aim for. It also helps them with their hand-eye coordination and actually trying to hit something that's not moving. And once again, you can arrange your frisbees in whatever order you'd like. You can also try holding these as targets, which is a lot of fun if your child does want to get wet. We tried that for a little bit, and that was even more difficult to do, but also fun because it cooled us off really quick. These are handy grabs. These were sent to us for a review, but you guys, I had to show you because they were a lot of fun. There are these grabbers, and they have a little trigger on one side and then the grabbing hands on the other side, which actually turn and swivel depending which direction you want. We went ahead and took these little pop balls and we set them out. You could use other kinds of balls. Each of my kids had a pile of balls, and they were to take the balls on over to the other side and to place them in plastic cups. They really enjoyed this, but this is an activity that can be done all the way down to preschoolers up to teenagers, and even adults can get in on this, and it's a lot of fun. But you can see how the grabbers work. They'll pick up really small things and they will pick up large things. Another fun thing we tried was stacking cups one by one, kind of like a minute to win it challenge here, and to see who could do it the fastest, and then also stack them back the other direction. The balls are there just to give them a place to start their stack when they were getting started. Want to make it even more fun, you can do a challenge like doing a pyramid, and this one the girls actually worked together. They had to figure out how to build their pyramid while talking to one another and using their grabbers. And these cups, you guys, they can be any cups. They can be ones that you have around the house, little plastic ones, or you can get some at the store. Because mine were plastic, I thought it might be fun to add a learning component to this, because you know how we roll here on the Purple Alphabet. So I just added some math problems. Depending on how many balls you have, you can make the math problems more difficult, go all the way up to division if you would like, multiplication. You can do all sorts of different math problems that way. And then they had to fill up the cups in that same kind of relay and have the correct answer in there in order to win. So they had to remember where they were and what they were adding up to fill up those cups. Also sent to me was a wonderful picnic basket from Goliath Games. And what better way to spend outdoors on a picnic? But have you ever played games on a picnic blanket? That's what we're trying out today, and we have a couple of games that Goliath sent over to review, and this is actually our giveaway. So inside our little picnic basket, we have 2 games. We also have Wing Blade, which I've also seen in different shapes. It's kind of like a really cool frisbee that goes super duper far, and then they sent us some bubbles to play with too. But we're going to be looking at the 2 games. The first one is Finding Nessie. So Nessie being the Loch Ness monster. This is for 2 to 4 players and ages 6 and up, and where you have to find the pieces of Nessie in the lake to create your own Nessie picture. We take all of our tokens and put them in the middle and mix them up, place our lake top on it, and then we cover up all of the holes. Once we have our lake top on and our lake all covered up and the pieces hidden, we give it a little shake to mix it up a little bit so that we don't know what's underneath each one of these. We also have a set of tiles that represent pieces that we might find of Nessie, and these are our picture tiles that will go on our camera mats. Each person is assigned a token, and you place it on top of the lake, and you get to choose whether or not you're going to move one space or you're going to jump to another. And once you decide, you look underneath that tab to see if you can find a piece for your picture. In this case, we found a little piece of the tail, and so my daughter was able to add that piece to her camera mat, and then she was able to see if she can find anything more. That was what we needed. Some of these pieces are just decorative. Some of these mean you get to go again, and they do different things, and then we push them all under so they all get mixed up again for when somebody else has a turn and they are looking for another piece of Nessie. Sometimes you find pieces of Nessie, sometimes you don't, as in this case right here. However, she did find a fish, which means she got to go again and have another turn. This is a really simple gameplay game where you're creating the picture on your camera, the full picture of Nessie, remembering what is under each one and which piece you need to get. The next game they sent was Dawn Under, and this is another memory game. This one has to do with vampires. So we see our beautiful game board here, which is really nice, has all of these coffins. So we're going to mix up all of the cemetery tops all together, and on the other side of these are colors, so we're having kind of a matching color game going on here. We're going to put the tops all on top of the cemetery game board, and then we're going to mix up and hand out our vampires. Each vampire card has a different color, and since we're playing with 2 players this time, we're just going to divide them up and line them all the way across the board for each player. We also turn over the 2 at the very end because this is what we're looking for when we're turning over pieces on our board. So we have a couple different colors. We also have some garlic pieces because you know vampires don't like garlic, and we use those in gameplay as well. And these stakes are for when we find rats in our tombs instead of vampire colors. Each player turns over a tomb and we find a color match, and then we can put our vampire inside and cover it back up. But we have to remember that that's there later, so that way we don't turn it over again. Then we turn over another one of our vampires in our row, and our goal is to get rid of all of those vampires in our row to win. If you don't have a vampire in there, you can place a piece of garlic in there, and this garlic actually will have some fun twists in the game as well. If you accidentally pick up that color and there's already a vampire there, you get a stake, and once you get 3 stakes, other players have to give you another vampire, which makes your challenge a little bit more difficult. There's a few more twists and turns in this game, and they're all outlined in the instruction book, but it is challenging because there's a lot of pieces on here that you have to remember if there's a vampire under there or not. And for our giveaway, we are giving away your own picnic basket filled with Goliath games, and all of those details are over on our Instagram. So go over to my Instagram and look for the Goliath post there so you can enter to win your own picnic basket where you can have some outdoor fun too. And for those giveaway details, this is the deal. The giveaway's over on Instagram. So make sure you go to my Instagram at the Purple Alphabet to find out all the details on how to enter. I want to put another outdoor activity video right here on the screen so you can go back and get some more ideas. You guys click subscribe to see more videos like this and give me a thumbs up to share your love.